Last time we connected our data from test runner into test runner UI in Emacs. Today we will add one more convenience feature which allows to load tests related to the current model, and we will do a bit of refactoring and split our library in few more models so it's easier to maintain, because it's like already grew quite big and it's a bit hard to navigate huge files. So I will split it so every model have its own responsibility and it's easier to reason about a particular model. I'm under Tropin. I work on operating systems and programming languages and do a lot of free and open source software along the way, including this wonderful library and UI for it and its integration with Arei ID. Okay, we have chat here and libera channel here, so feel free to come and chat about library itself or some other related topics, scheme, gigs, Guile, whatever you will find interesting. And I think I will start from splitting into multiple models. First model I will make is discovery model, and I already did it off the stream, and I moved a few functions here and I even exported them. Now in our model for the integration of the library with Arei's extension, I will need to use this model. By the way, okay, discovery, because here we use the functions from discovery model, and now it should work fine. Let's check that our tests still works. Very good. And now let's restart our repo. It recompiled quite a lot. Let's do Ctrl+C, Ctrl+T, Ctrl+P, and it's not defined. Okay, Arei's it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think the reason for this error is due to the fact that our model for integration with Arei's extension requires Arei's suitable, which re-exports test runner variable, and our test runner is not set at the moment it has to be set. However, it also uses get stats, so before actually loading this function it should set test runner. What if I will rerun this function and it fails again? Very strange. The easy fix just evaluate this model, but it's not the correct fix. My bad. Unbound variable, get all models, discovery, get all test models. Okay, I accidentally removed get all test models. And I forgot to add a few imports. Not here, sorry. Arei here. Okay, now it works. It still bothers me that our test runner is not set at the moment. It should be already set. Let's try to do a trick. Let's I guess let's take this part and move it after test runner is set. Okay. Now let's restart the repo, connect and load tests. Now it works. It doesn't make much sense to me at the moment, because the only thing that we did, we moved the functions under this side effectful call. I don't like the fact that we need to do the top level side effectful call, but I don't see any other good options to achieve the current functionality. And I especially don't like that, depending on the order we define functions and the side effectful code, our functionality either works or not. It should be after test runner is set. Actually, I have a tablet, and one day I guess I need to try to put the chat on the tablet, so I don't need to switch back and forth to check the chat. I forgot that I need to cover my mic instead of my mouse. Okay. Let's meet this change first. Ooh, nasty. Let's rollback this change first. We need to selectively commit hunks. Hunks, whatever. this. Okay, okay. This one, this one. Move discovery. Yeah, separate model. Right. So good so far. And oops. Now let's redo this change. Suitable. Oh no. Oh no. I accidentally committed this one. Stage. Commit fix up. Okay, we fixed the commit. Now we have this one removed and this one added. Cool. Suitable. Move. Wait. Interaction. Functions. I don't understand yet how it really works and why my intuition said to do so and it immediately worked. Maybe I need to clean up those comments. This one was a discussion related to tweets and tests and some notes. Some unrelated notes completely. Function hello. Experiments. Okay. Let's rerun the tests. Everything still works. Nice. I guess we can move test reporters to a separate module. And test runners as well. And we will left only comments in this module. Suitable reporters. Yes, indeed, reporters. Or discovery reporters. Here should be correct name. Export. Got move discovery API to separate model. Boom. Now all the stuff. Oh. Okay. Simple profile. Make suitable test runner. Do we use something here? Of course. Suitable exceptions. Yes, we need this one. macros expansion stack is not very useful, fortunately. Rib cage, assert body, arcs sunk. Test pretty stream. Okay, this one works. Works. Oh, works. White jumps. Works. Okay. Okay. What else? Sветлый core. Nice. Let's commit it. Test reporters. Now let's clean up this reporter's namespace a bit. use this one, right? Safeify. Okay, and now suitable runners. I guess after I move test runners to separate model, I will get the same problem that I had before. Or I can move the test runner with this expression. Okay, item, how to load there. Undefined variable. Bound comment. Base comment. Okay. Bound variable test runner. Or select test runner. Their base. Base. Reporters. Test reporter base. You don't get it. was some kind of stale error. Actually, we don't need this one. Right. Okay, it's successfully compiled. Chain. Plus yes, it would be handy to have after import and after import cleanup functionality. Sometimes it's getting in the way. Boom. Unbound variable. Test. Runners. Sweet. Boom. Success. Let's commit our success. Runners. Done. So the second part of our plan is done. We got this small refactoring of splitting library into models. Now let's go and do the first part of our plan and add load model functionality. Hello?
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Somebody deliver, right?
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm here. You refer?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, I think I need to go. Okay, I'm just time. I got my respirator delivered, but I probably don't need it anymore because I have air purifier right now, and it should be safe to sleep in my room. But at least I will try the fit of the different respirator, and maybe will use when I drive bicycle in the city. Okay, let's get to loading model tests. Load projects tests. A bit of hacky stuff here. Get all test models. We need only by the way end map. Before doing so, suitable for runners. Just think first. Core. Select. Oops. Here we select what we select. Get state. No, get stats. Yes. Get stats. And set run config value. Let's check that works. Okay. We need to commit it into the same move commit. Nice. Let's make it a bit more precise. Select get all test models, get model public speeds. Surf one. We have chain. And one more check. Okay, that's all right. Everything works. Now let's reload tests. Let's run them. It's unclear why it's still here. Okay, let's reload module and see control load project test. Okay, we need to figure out how to clean up exported variables on model reloading. Okay, let's commit this one. Precise ports. Now we can implement model tests. What it will basically do, we have our current model, and for the current model we will have a respective test model. How we know that this test model relates to our current model? It will be simple. It will be a convention. The model which have the same name but test suffix will contain tests for the current model. That's the convention that you need to follow to make it work, and that's not that hard. Quite straightforward, I guess. Load model tests. Module tests. String. This is the place where we will need to know the current model where we run this stuff, because project tests are independent of current model, but model tests of course are dependent. Okay, what we will do? We will do get model public speeds and we need for each path. This one is different. Discovery get test model. Get test model. And it will test model, and it will accept model name current model and model namaya. How about format? Access. It's not percent, right? Something else. And instead of current model, we will probably get it as an argument. Or we want, let's see, testing here, load project tests. Load model tests. Model. This part will be confusing, because in many other places we use ns. model user error, I guess. Buffer. Call this function. Good. And the last thing, testing S7. We need to make this one optional. Better model load project tests. Model. Or we can extract it ourselves. Like for ref. Okay, and repo message. Repo message. And from an repo message we do or message module will be module or our fallback model like this. Load model tests. Of course it will be a load model tests. Now it should work correct. Let's check it. Testing L. We have the same problem again, I guess. What if atomic project tests? Yes, the same problem as we had before. Runners, and now project tests. Now it works. And suitable model tests. Oh, that's not what I would expect. Testing. Okay. Model tests. We didn't export it. Model tests. Yay. Very cool. Let's restart, I guess. And now connect to the repo. Fortunately, this will not set the runner to the proper value. Let's see. Let's try again. Oh, it worked, and you can see that it wraps into correct top-level suite Arei's suitable model tests. And we can even run them, and they works. Exciting stuff. Let's try one more time. Connect to the repo. Load model tests. Works like a charm. The cool thing. Let's switch to another model, to this one, right? And let's try to load tests, and you will see that we have a test suite but no tests. And if you open menu, we see 0 tests loaded. Pretty nice. And another cool thing, if you open a test model itself and we'll try to load tests for this model, it will load all the tests from this model. So it's either a related test model or a current model if it's already a test model. Cool. Let's add a hotkey. Testing. Boom, boom. Oh, how to name it? Boom, this is a conflict. A naming conflict. How about this menu? Menu. It's quite comfortable on the Dvorak. Those two letters just in front of each other. or it can be you, like this, but no. Okay, looks good so far. Let's commit it. Our interface is already quite usable. There are like a lot of improvements that can be done, like improving test reporting, doing all other fancy bells and whistles, but I already can quickly load all the tests for the current model and restart them as many times as I want. And also I can load arbitrary tests and restart them if I want, which is very convenient for REPL driven development, or more likely HIDE driven development. I was writing a paper and come up with a term HIDE, highly interactive development environments, which is our Arei Guile IDE is, because it's not actually a REPL, but it's still highly interactive, and I would say it even more interactive than usual REPLs, because you have much quicker access to the functionality from the current place you are in. You don't need to switch to the other window, copy some snippets to find the snippet in history, to rerun it. You can do it like just in place. Okay, we implemented the functionality we wanted. Now let's commit the corresponding backend part. Tests. Discovery. Load model. Tests. No discovery suitable areas. Areas. Voila. We cleaned up a lot of stuff. We implemented a lot of functionality. We have all the basics. Now we can go and implement more advanced functionality, like sorting, filtering, what else? Rerun failed tests. But before that, I would like to do one more refactoring related to the way we build hierarchies. Right now we build hierarchies during the loading, but I think we can preserve the hierarchy during the loading, like the safe information about, test suite path, or just suite path for the current test. And after that we can create a function which gets a list of tests and build a hierarchy out of it. This will allow us to do two things: to recover hierarchy from just list of tests, and to build a filtered hierarchy, so we can filter out some tests and rebuild the hierarchy of filtered tests. It's interesting question how to do so, how to do filtering. Do we filter upfront, like the list of tests, and from resulting list of tests we build hierarchy and run the tests in the order of hierarchy or in some other order without hierarchy? Or we get hierarchy and traverse it and skip the test that we don't want to run? I think that the first approach is a bit more flexible. We don't like attach to the representation. We just have a list of tests which we can easily manipulate with, and the way you execute it later can be decided later. So we don't need to keep this hierarchy all the time, and it's much easier to filter the test suite, like the list of tests. Okay, but we will decide it on the other stream. For today's stream, let's get a quick recap and finish it. For today's stream, we did a quite important refactoring of splitting our library into few models, which corresponds to a very specific and particular functionality. First one is Discovery API. Actually, the first one is Core API, which we probably can rename to Definitions or to Just API, which have a set of primitives for defining tests like test, suite, and is macro, and corresponding predicates. The next model is Discovery API, which allows to explore your file system or explore the runtime state of your application and find models corresponding to the current model, which contains tests, and extracts test suites from them and load them. The next one is Reporters, which contains test reporters and stuff, and another one, important and big one, which contains runners. For now it's only one runner, I guess, if I recall correctly, but anyway. And now when we split them, it's much easier to navigate and reason about them, because before that it was already quite big, like 1000 or something lines of code file, and now it's, you know, a bit more manageable. And we added the functionality for loading model tests and connected this functionality to UI, and now we can call it from our ID quickly with like 3 keystrokes to load the model tests and 3 more keystrokes to run the tests. And the cool part about it that rerunning tests actually takes only 2 letters, Ctrl+C and double Ctrl+T. So you hold Ctrl and just type CTT, which is quite fast. CTT, and you can see it get immediately executed. What a wonderful and convenient and rapid UI. Very much enjoyed so far, and I hope you enjoyed the stream and it was useful for you. Feel free to send me messages on Fediverse or email, and see you in a bit.